got a question here from Marcy.
Hi, this is Marcy from Prescott, Arizona. Regarding episode 354, you say, when you're free from pleasing all the people, you're free from needing all the things. So I'd like to know what your thoughts are on people pleasers and caregivers. The intent is different between the two, I think, but the actions are quite similar. I saw this quote, and it was written for caregivers, but it reminds me of people pleasers. And it says, it is unsustainable to live your life in the little spaces left in between everyone else's. You must tend to yourself too. You must fight back against a current that pulls your life into the world of afterthought. I'm curious your thoughts on these words and the caregivers and the people pleasers and how it all relates to becoming free from needing all the things.
So TK, this is one of your quotes, actually. Once you're free from pleasing all the people, you're free from needing all the things.
Yeah.
And I think the things can be literal things, material possessions here. I'd like to get to the essence of what you were talking about, because yes, it's true that you can buy a bunch of things and please people because now they think a particular way of you because you have the luxury car, or you have the really nice dress, or you've got the Prada bag or the YSL belt or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And you're pleasing them in some way, but you're really pleasing yourself at the end of the day. You're pleasing yourself by saying, look at me. I have the status symbols. You can pat me on the back now because I've signaled to you that I'm worthy of your praise. But let's expand on that a little bit. When you're free of pleasing all the people, you're ultimately just free.
You're free. Yeah. I mean, every goal requires a level of skill that is conducive to attaining that goal. If I want to be an MMA fighter, then I have to develop my fighting skill to a level of competency that's capable of holding my ground against other MMA fighters. Well, what level of skill does it take to please all the people? That sounds to me so vague that it is hopelessly immeasurable. You truly do need to do everything to please all the people.
And then you become that flip-flopper you were just talking about on the previous question, right?
That's right.
And now all of a sudden, you can't remember your position on anything because whoever is in front of you, you become a mirror of that person or that group. But even if you have a small group, you can't mirror everything to please them. And you're going to end up displeasing them. You're going to end up upsetting them. It's not your responsibility to unupset someone, but ultimately they will be upset because your point of view doesn't match their point of view. And so now you're going to do these sort of twister moves to try to appease everyone. You end up appeasing no one ultimately, and you make yourself miserable in the process.
That's right. When you need to please everybody, you're living in a constant state of audience capture where your message, your facial expressions, your body language, the words you use, the things you laugh at, the music you pretend to like, is all based on the assumptions that you are making about the person you're talking to and the predictions you have for how they may react. And you're playing this game of social chess that is so anxiety-ridden because, first of all, how can I possibly predict with any reasonable degree of accuracy what you're going to say in response to what I think? And so not only do I have to get that right, but then I have to do the next step of pretending to say something, pretending to think something that I don't really believe, that I don't really take seriously. And that's just really a stressful life. And so I don't think the problem is enjoying the process of pleasing another human being. The problem is that it's unrealistic to think that you could do this for everyone. So I'll give an example. Suppose my great joy in life is to say hello to people. Is there anything wrong with saying hello to people? No. But suppose I change that goal to, I want to say hello to all the people. Well, now I just took something that gives me joy and I turned it into a goal that has just set me up for a stressful life. How can I ever be sure that I'm not missing anyone? How can I ever be sure that everyone's getting my hello, right? Now, instead of focusing on the people that are around me Instead of focusing on the guy that's right there, I've already said hi to him, by the way. I'm reaching for new numbers now. I'm trying to get on YouTube and get 1 million followers. I'm trying to get a megaphone to get the other people that haven't driven by. I'm not only taking my attention away from the now and away from my sphere of influence, but I'm trying to control other areas of life that are outside of my true locus of control. It's the same way with pleasing people. One of my good friends, Isaac Morehouse, said it best. Decide who you want to be a hero for, and then ignore everyone else. If you want to satisfy your kids, focus on your kids.
Mm-hmm.
You want to satisfy your lover, focus on your lover. You want to take care of your parents, or you're committed to taking care of them, take good care of them, your parents. There is great joy in saying, here is a community, or here is a member of my family, or here is a human being, here is a customer that I want to serve by creating this kind of value for them. Or I'm a stand-up comedian for people who like these kinds of jokes, right? I'm a hairdresser for people who like this kind of style. There's great joy in that. But the moment you say, I've got to please them all, I've got to serve them all. They all need to be a customer. They all need to be a fan. They all need to be a friend. They all need to be an ally. They all need to be someone who finds me funny, someone who finds me smart, interesting, nice, moral, or whatever it may be. You've lost before you've already begun, and you've taken yourself out of that primordial state of doing what makes you come alive from a place of self-authenticity.
Did you enjoy this standalone Patreon highlight? If so, you can listen to full episodes of the Minimalist Private Podcast, available exclusively on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/theminimalists or click the link in the description. Your support keeps our podcast and YouTube channel 100% advertisement free.